Hey, this is Full Game Prometheus giving you another breakdown. This is going to be out of the Minnesota playbook. I actually had a viewer basically request me to redo this scheme from something from Madden 18, actually 2018. I did this scheme. The recording was not great. Basically, I had just poor audio quality. I had real loud music, and the audio was very bad, and I never redid it. So I'm just going to give back to you guys and show you this scheme. Now, obviously, this game is, there's four more different versions of the game, but a lot of the schemes, a lot of the concepts work the same. There are a couple of plays that I probably would add to this scheme. We'll come back to this Y cross flood. This is a nice little concept play that we can use. But what the scheme I actually had, I had the play action wide receiver in. I was using the Vikings dig as one of our base plays. And then I also used basically the wide receiver screen. Now, I will tell you this much. The Vikings dig, the table route and the big C route. The C route typically doesn't get the kind of separation unless you're dealing with someone who runs a lot of cover two. That's a good play, but I don't necessarily care for it too much. There's a lot of great running back routes with this formation. So we've got basically kind of an up and then out with the Y corner play. We also have this strong flood, which has got a nice C route with it. So we have a couple of great plays that we can use in this. So let's just go and show you what I'm going to call two plays I'm going to take out of this game plan is I'm going to take out stick. It's just too generic of a play. I'm going to go and switch it out with strong flood. And then four verticals, once again, real generic play. And what I don't like about this four verticals is that it's an option for verticals, and I don't like the lack of consistency with that. So we're gonna swap it out with one of my favorite plays in the game, and this is like a go-to play for me, is the Y corner, because it allows me to go and tack my opponent off to the edge. Now, I want to have my fastest wide receiver in the inside slot position. This guy is really not that great of a wide receiver. You can see he's 60 overall, but he's got burning speed with basically 95 speed. And then I'm going to put my better wide receivers in the inside and the outside. Now, we can come out of the huddle with this wide receiver screenplay. And if you get the numbers where basically you've got that pulling tackle that's going to go out there. But if you get the numbers, you can go and pop that and hopefully turn it up. These wide receiver screen plays are not as good as they used to. You're probably going to have a little bit better success with an RPO bubble or something like that, or some of the other different types of screens, such as the halfback slip screens, are a little bit better. But this is something you can catch your opponent off guard with. But I wouldn't want to go to it too much. It's something I would not throw into the scheme too much. Now let's go and take a look at your basic inside zone. You want to go ahead and just hit your opponent with an inside zone, and obviously if you got a cook, he's going to break tackles for you and do some great stuff. Let's take a look at the other three plays that we're going to use in this game. First and foremost, let's take a look at the Y corner. This is going to be a quick snap play for me, and what I like to do is I like to streak up that slot receiver, which is Chelsea. I don't pronounce his name, and he's going to be my one-play touchdown opportunity where I'm going to see if I can pop him up top. I've also got, basically, if there's nobody in the area, there's no defenders in the area besides the edge rusher with Cook, so that's a fast read. And then I've got basically a corner in route on the back end side that's going to get cleared out, and then obviously Jefferson over the middle against cover two. If I got guys that are actually floating up or floating in the zones, I want to go look to that running back route. That's going to be like one of the first areas I want to go to with this particular play. But let's just go ahead and go off to the left and then come back to the right. We're going to go off to the right side and then come back to the left. Now, first read is just to see if we get the one-on-one, and then we're going to go ahead and just check it down. Let me show you an instant replay what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the safeties really quick, and I'm also looking at the coverage. A lot of times what happens with cover 3 coverage or cover 2 coverage, sometimes this slot receiver will get past the coverage. But as you can see, he gets pushed off his line, and he's not a good wide receiver, so his route running is going to be terrible. But he's one I'm trying to go and push up into the zone. Now I've got this corner route right here too that's going to clear out. And then obviously got this in route. Now, using this in route is going to pretty much open up a lot of the other things. It's going to force your opponent to defend that. So that's why we actually have that as part of this scheme. We're just going to do a regular streak right here. Now, my first read, look at the defenders. I've got basically no defenders off to the left except an edge rusher. And if the guy comes in, I'm just going to go and try to pop that, or I can actually hit that. So if you don't have a third defender over off the left-hand side, you want to go ahead and look to that running back route just to keep our opponent guessing. But let's just go back to this again. We're going to watch our action off to the right. We're going to look to our slot receiver, see if we can hit our opponent over top. We can. And if you get a good throw, good animation, you can get yourself a one-play touchdown. Now, I'm not expecting this guy to go ahead and blow people away, but that's what you're going to be looking for. Let me just show you in instant replay what I'm looking at initially. He's going to get a clean release, so he goes up top, and you can see this guy matches. I know he's 95 speed, so I know most defensive backs are not going to be 95 speed, so I'm going to go ahead and take that shot up top. And this defender actually matches. So this might be some type of palms coverage, because you see how this guy comes down and bites to that corner out. So it's probably palms, and that's basically a palms beater right there where we can get a big completion and potentially one-play touchdown. But I'm really using this Y corner play for the inside action with Thielen, because a lot of times what happens is that people will float up and try to defend that, and I want to try to hit that inside area right there with that zone. So that's what I love about this shooter play. So he can get beat over the top for a one-play touchdown. If we get a single match coveraging, okay, you can see the corner route was wide open, even though I got a block shed. What I like about this shooter play is that you can block your running back and give yourself a little bit additional time, but a lot of times what's going to happen is this corner route is going to be easy completion that you can hit against your opponent too if he's sleeping or if he uses some type of man blitz. Now, Jefferson's route is also a zone beating route, especially against cover 2 shells. He's going to get himself into a sweet little area right there. So even if he didn't come down with the ball, you can see the passing lane was there, especially with man coverage. So a lot of times what's going to happen is that you can get this zone right here with Jefferson. So if your opponent comes down and starts playing underneath a lot, you can actually go and hit that. So pretty much every route is going to be available for you where you can get great plays with this. Depending on where the person uses man zone or zone coverage, you're going to basically beat pretty much every single zone in the game. Strong flood is another great play to go and use, and it's all about opening up this running back route. What I like about this running back route is that it's just annoying to stop. People are going to have to man up, cross man their linemen. They're going to have to go ahead and put drop zones out there, and a lot of times it's actually going to give you easy completions with your running back. So if you're someone who likes me that likes to use a running back in the passing scheme, this is a good play to have. Now you've also got basically a flood concept off to the right, and that's going to give you an opportunity for a completion of the corner. Now, you don't want, what I like to do, especially if I got my burner off to the right, I'm going to still do my streak concept, but I'm going to do a deep comeback route, and that's going to give me a fast progression and give me an opportunity to go and see. And right here, this deep comeback route actually gets opened up with this read. So let me just show you how this is another way that you can open up zones against your opponent depending what type of coverage. So if they're playing like a lot of cover 3 zones, you can actually open this up. So what I do is you got the flat, you've got this shriek, which this defender has to carry against, and then you have the deep comeback route. So unless he's doing some crazy drop zone that he's actually falling back into that area, that zone is going to be wide open. So if he's running like cover 4 shells or stuff like that, you're generally going to get the separation, because the defender actually has to carry with the streak. Both of these defenders get preoccupied with a streak, so that's what opens things up for you. And a lot of times if defenders float up, the flat route will be open for an easy completion. So this is the preference that I like to use with this play. And right there, that defender has to pick his poison. He's going to play the flat or the deep comeback route. Once again, same setup. Now you just go ahead and settle down to the flat and just turn it up. So just a really easy way to go and run this game. Now the last play we're going to take a look at is going to be play action wide receiver in. And really what this is just looking at the levels. We have a dig route in the previous play, but we're going to go ahead and use the dig route again. And really what we're going to do is we're going to be looking for the switch concept. So what I like to do with this particular play is I like to take a running back and put him on a swing route going the opposite direction of where he's set up. So most people will do a swing off to the left. We're going to do it on the where he goes past the line of scrimmage. And what happens is a lot of zone coverages, that running back will be available, and there'll be like no zones out there, or there has to be a switch man coverage where the guy comes down. So this makes very easy. It's a very easy mesh concept that you can look at. And really what you're going to do is you're going to look at Johnson first and see if it's man coverage. And generally he's going to beat his guy majority of the time. If it's zone, you can pop this route and just hit him on the backside. So what this does is this takes this running back and it forces your opponent to defend a running back out, or running back a C route where he's going to go up and then curve over the middle, and then he's going to be a running back on the right hand side too. So it's very, very frustrating for a guy to defend that. So nice block shed right there. Probably couldn't get rid of the ball, but this is let's see here. So we're going to look to Johnson. Let's see if we can get Johnson off. Nope. Oh, so we're just going to go pop it down to Cook underneath. Now you've also got the dig on the backside, and you also have a post with the wheel. I really don't look to the wheel too much. Something I just really have not. You know, wheels used to be OP in previous Maddens where they were really, really crazy to stop. You can see right here. So here's your dig route on the back end side, and you also have the post that should be cleared out for you too. So that's what's cool about this group play, is that you can pretty much hit every area. Let's see if the post is available. No. But you've got basically this mesh concept on the back end side. So this is going to allow you to go and stretch the ball deep. You're going to have your one play touchdowns over the top. You're going to have your zone plays over the top. You've got a post play that you can hit inside zone, and also you can just use this little screen play right here. But this is a simple scheme that I did 4 years ago, and it still works today. So you just have to make a couple adjustments. There's some other plays in here I'd actually throw into this game, but for the most part, I pretty much leave everything as is and kind of go from there. So once again, guys, thank you for your support. If you do like these type of breakdowns, make sure you hit the subscribe button, also the notification icon, so you can never miss any of my uploads. And I'll also hit the like button so I know this is stuff that you guys like. So thank you for your support, guys. Until next time.